I want these ribs to come like this. Think of it like a scapula. They want to come up and out. Then when she exhales, I want them to come down and in.
Calm down.
So, this is the spinous process. That means this is the transverse process, which means a millimeter past that. Now we're on costovertebral. So you just have to get used to spinous process, transverse process, and that pretty much attaches to costovertebral. So you're allowed to get on the rib at this point. Just try not to go too lateral because they're not going to like the feeling. That, and you could fracture the rib. Just kidding. Unless they're osteoporotic, which yes, you might. So we're on costovertebral joint. You'll feel a little bump off of the transverse process, and you could be broad or you could be specific on this, depending on what their problem is. If their problem is just general rib expansion, you could be broad. If their problem is right there, you want to be more specific. So it's all good either way. So with this, you're going to want to coordinate your mobilizations with their breathing. So what I typically like to do if I do these mobilizations, if someone has a hard time with rib expansion, I usually work on moving my body so that I will work on rib inhalation on the right, and I will work on rib exhalation on the left. And then after a certain amount of reps or rounds, we'll switch sides, and then I'll do up and out on the left and down and in on the right. So you want to get used to being in the general area. So if this, we're going to work on inhalation on the right, I'm going to be mobilizing this spot with my skin lock. So same exact thing as your processes, the only difference is you're on a different spot. So we're here, when she inhales, I'm going to be mobbing up and to the right, and we're going to take a nice deep breath. Then when she exhales, so this is just really a timing thing more than anything, I'm going to switch over, and I'm going to work down and to the left. Or down and in. Inhale deep, exhale. Inhale, exhale. After whatever amount of rounds I feel is appropriate, switch sides and do the opposite. So with this, we're good. We find our spot. We get a nice skin lock on the costovertebral joint and take a nice deep breath in. I'm on the right spot, I know, because my hand's going up. Good, relax. So now I'm going to work. When you breathe in, I'm going to be pushing down and out just like this. And oscillations, so we're just going to be shaking. Ready? Go ahead. Nice deep breath in. And slowly deep breath out. And deep breath in. As big as you can, deep breath out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. That's it. Nothing too special there. You put as much or as little pressure as you need.
Is there any, are there any contraindications for this? Like people who have previously fractured, dislocated ribs, or?
Same as any type of manual therapy. If you're worried about a fracture, don't do it. Especially if it's an open fracture or any type of fracture at the time, don't do it. If they're osteoporotic, don't do it. Manual therapy contraindications are always the same. Any type of systemic problem, any type of instability here, any organ that can get pressure if I push here, you wouldn't want to do any of these, but you wouldn't want to do any manual therapy in this area.
Can this affect the spinal segments while you do it, like depending on how much pressure you put?
I guess it could, but you shouldn't be pushing that much. You're just trying to do general rib expansion, working with the diaphragm to work on breathing. Sound good? So it's really similar to the similar to the facet stuff that you did for the neck. It's up and out, down and in. The only difference is you're a little bit more lateral off the TP onto the costovertebral, but otherwise it's the same concept. Flip onto your back with your head over there. So I think on the first day we worked on palpating the first rib. If you go to your upper trap, you drop right off the cliff of the upper trap. The first hard thing you find should be your first rib. So when you do that, upper trap, come in, hard thing, first rib, okay, I palpated it. Now, when I palpate it, I like to palpate it with my thumb just so I know where to get it. And then I'm going to put my thruster knuckle, that's my first MCP, on that area. now that I'm on the bone, I'm gonna take the head and we're gonna relax it and we're gonna get those scalenes out of the way. So it's usually a little side bend rotation deal. And now I can mobilize down and in on that first rib. And that's it. Whatever grade you wanna do, don't do 5. You can, you don't do it.
Show on this side also, so this side can.
No, I can just.
There it is. There we go. Come on up. Perfect. Those guys can come up too. That way I don't have to do it 28 more times. I like doing it once.
Sorry, Sam.
No.
So where my thumb is, that's her first rib. So now I'm gonna take my thumb and I'm gonna go to my index, western knuckle, and now this is just resting.